Howdy Bronies and Pegasisters, and welcome to my first episode of the Lightning Bliss Show, where yours truly will be your host on the media blog, where I will be sharing my opinions, theorize, and or debate on content of Hasbro's My Little Pony Friendship is Magic content. But before I get into the list of topics I plan to discuss in coming episodes, I'd like to take this time to introduce myself. Even before Hasbro's 4th generation My Little Pony, I actually had been a pony fan since I was a small filly, growing up with the 1st generation show and movies like Firefly's Big Adventure. The movie, followed by its TV series, was meant to help in selling toys to young girls at the time. Though I was young and didn't fully understand the magnitude of plots and character development, I loved the show and its animation, creativity, and even fear factors. I mean, look at this guy from the first movie of Firefly's Big Adventure.
Silence! That's better. Guards, remove the small one.
You won't hurt Ember.
She is too small to pull my chariot of midnight, as you should have known, Scorpan.
Well,
But you three will do, for now. Behold the power of darkness!
what's happened to my friend?
They belong to me now. And Scorpan, if by midnight I do not have a 4th pony, a head will roll. His.
That guy was scary for a filly like me back in the day. Thank goodness that Rainbow Power is able to defeat him, right? But that was one of the many problems I would have with the show later on. Not the anticlimactic endings or villains. Let me explain. I was 5 years old watching the show, 1st generation, while seeing glimpses of 2nd and the nightmarish 3rd generation of My Little Pony. Never once thinking it'd get old. At the time, it wasn't unheard of for girls not liking ponies after all. But when I went into the 5th grade, the views of what a cool or popular girl should be into was no longer magical ponies or fantasy lands. Instead, it was buried under with the ideas of having fantasy relationships with boy bands and pop stars. Following the herd, I guess you could say, I hid my love for ponies, locking it up and tight in the closet of forgotten franchises of my mind. Till I was 23 years old, that is. By then, my nostalgia was screaming for ponies, so much that I couldn't stand it any longer. I flew to the nearest movie electronics store and bought one of the 1st generation movies of My Little Pony Attack of the Smooths on DVD. I slapped that bad apple into my player and watched it with high ambitions.
Sweet. I bet Flutter Valley's on the other side of that tall, furry plant.
There's no tall, furry plant on the map.
Really?
Careful, don't touch it.
Oh my goodness!
Awesome!
It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Reminds me of your friend Lori.
Does not.
Perhaps there's another entrance into Flutter Valley. Not according to the map.
Maybe it'll go home. Maybe we should go home.
Let's see if it's hungry. Danny! Hey, Uggo, you hungry? See? It's good.
But after several minutes of this, I think I lost several brain cells from that, resulting to asking myself this very sad question. Why did I feel disappointment? The answer came to me like an apple pie almost instantly, thanks to my healthy dose of 2D animation media education in the following. Character development, voice talent, creative animation, design, and plot. I came to a conclusion that 1st generation of the MLP would never satisfy my nostalgia needs because the show was targeting a certain group, little fillies under the age of 7 or younger. It was a sad day for me. Thinking my pony days were officially over. I mean, Wow! Can you imagine my turmoil a little bit here? Then, over a course of a few months, when the first season of My Little Pony first came out, for Friendship is Magic, I noticed the show, but was too nervous to have my heart broken yet a second time. I dodged the episode left and right, trying to avoid it on YouTube. Believe me, that was no easy feat. It was everywhere! But nonetheless, I avoided it because I was afraid that my childhood memories would be, how should I say, devastated a second time. Then one day, while researching for new 2D animation student portfolios on YouTube, I came across the first episode of Season 1, yet again. Something clicked in my brain that day. I still don't know what it was, but I do know that I wanted to find a fill for my nostalgia and animation, and of course I love ponies. I don't know, something just clicked that day. So I clicked on the episode and watched it. Then watched the second, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth. My mind exploded with joy, wonder, and entertainment delight. Not only was the animation of this new show wonderful and crisp, a sight to behold, but the talented voice acting, the plots, the character development, and oh, how I missed the morals that we so need in here today's life. My nostalgia was finally answered, and ever since then, I have watched all the episodes of every season up to this point, observing the characters as they grew, and embracing the morals and lessons that they taught us. Soon after watching all the seasons, though, I joined the MLP forums, and officially declared myself a Brony or Pegasister to us mares, and had continued to adore the show and its content ever since. By this year, I have discovered more and more how much I realized my appeal for ponies has grown since the new generation came out. My artwork had become more inspired by its content as well as my animation. I've made a lovely bunch of new friends from the Brony community who express their relations to the show and whatever it represents to them in general. And I even had come to appreciate what others have talents in the areas of the Brony fandom as well, including artwork, music, and fanfics. As my love for the franchise grew, I also began to notice that there are quite a bit of differences in the fans when it comes to their views about the franchise. After watching several YouTube Brony viewers like Digabro, Ratchness, Poetus MLP, Saber Spark, and Tommy Oliver, and forgive me guys if I said your names wrong, I started to notice that other Bronies have views that I would either agree to disagree, to wanting to know more about, even enthrallment, or utter disgust. And or whatever is in between. Thus, a little light in my horn went off. Why can't I express my opinion in the same way, but with my own flair and style? And so began my adventure to become a Brony Pegasister media blogger. What I am attempting to bring to this show to you all is on the lines of my animation, character flair, a cheerful disposition, and of course, an entertaining view on how I, as a fan, am viewing the entire My Little Pony franchise as a whole. Though I may slip and slide on the way, and some may not agree with my opinions, theories, or debates, my goals for the show is to share my research and observation on how I view the My Little Pony franchise in general. This doesn't make me right nor wrong, but it is ideal to hope that it will provide information and entertainment to all who watch. Now, about my OC. I do know for a fact that I always viewed myself as a Pegasus in heart, and that's how I originally started out when I admitted to being a Brony in the first place. I was a huge Firefly fan after all, but as my original character developed, my destiny's path began to evolve and grow. Oh, sorry, I'm going off to dreamland. At the beginning, I was a Pegasus, but after going through dramatic life changes, becoming an alicorn as of 2013 of December that year just made sense to me. I had graduated from college in 2D animation, and I married the stallion of my dreams. With these life-changing blessings, I felt the need to expand on my original character's ascension forward, so that she can better represent my personality. Because my life has evolved, so did I wish to express that in my original character's design. I may be wearing a cape to hide my large ears, but I'm a regular, non-overpowered alicorn pony at heart, who simply has a love for artwork, music, movies, television shows, and especially My Little Pony Friendship is Magic show and content. So for now, that's it about me. I do plan to make a list of potential reviews, starting with my opinions about Earth, Unicorn, and Pegasi, as well as Alicorn ponies as a start to the show, along with discussing about songs and the recent shows from Season 4. However, I strongly believe starting my reviews or opinions on the show should always start from the bottom up, starting with Season 1. If any of you would like me to review certain points or ideas about the My Little Pony franchise in general, feel free to comment, subscribe, or message me. I look forward to sharing my thoughts on the show with you all very soon. Till then, keep calm and pony on!
When you meet a brand new friend, it opens up a world whose brightness never ends.